So, it's erratically me, or the truth's always in front, or the truth's in front. I've got a few names now, Instagram and YouTube. What's the future look like over the next, say, 7 years before 2030, Agenda 2030? What are we in for? First, I believe, we all have heard of royal bloodlines. Everyone's heard of the bloodlines. That's no conspiracy or secret. But these bloodlines, a long time ago, were all fighting against each other. One of the bloodlines wanted to rule all bloodlines and get rid of the ones who were trying to rule over them. And I think most of the bloodlines probably have killed each other, and there's only maybe a couple left now, I don't know. But it's the bloodlines who want to rule the world. But now they've got rid of the bloodlines, who are they after next? They're after the human bloodline. And what are they doing about that? They want to get rid of humans and just have robots. We're the next on their agenda. The royal bloodlines aren't fighting other royal bloodlines anymore. They want to get rid of the human race for robots. And that happens right now. It's already started happening with what people were, I'll use the word, pricked with. So that's already started. But what's the next, say, 7 years going to look like? Because they want a lot of this wrapped up. Well, the next 7 years, I believe, we'll probably be, come 2030, we'll probably, I don't know, 90, 80, 99% cashless or 100% cashless come 2030. The pricks aren't going to leave us, whether they're needed or they're never needed, but whether they put a new scamdemic on us is another question, or just keep saying you need another one, and driving that fear campaign, because it seemed to have worked so far. So that's not going to leave us. Cashless society, facial recognition. That now is coming in everywhere. It's already in your, I'm not sure what you've got overseas, but at Woolworths, your food shopping centres in Australia, they already have facial recognition on all the checkouts. They don't tell you, like there's no big signs up saying it. There's little signs when you get there, but that's facial recognition. They want to bring facial recognition now into pubs and clubs, casinos, for gamblers. They want to try to help gamblers. But they say your face won't be used as, the cameras won't hit you for facial recognition if you haven't signed up to the I'm a Problem Gambler program. So it's only for the current, I don't know, they say there's about 5,000, 10,000, not that many anyway, people in the state that have signed up to say they're problem gamblers and they need help. And if they start gambling too much, come and help them. But they're saying, well, that's too hard for the staff to man. We need facial recognition to man that. The staff can't recognise every person who walks in. They can't have pictures all over their walls, which some pubs do. So once again, for such a few people who need help with their gambling, that have put their hand up anyway, they want to use facial recognition. Well, they're saying they're not using it on everyone, but of course they are. It's in the pub. It can be used on everyone. It's that simple. That's a massive, extreme, massive measure to take, this facial recognition, because I don't know if people realise that they can read everything about you by looking at your irises, your eyes, your whole face, your structures. They know your health. They know what pricks you would have had, I'm telling you. I mean, just with iridology, which I know a little about, when I know the internals pretty much, let's just say 90% of the health of somebody, well, a good iridologist does, maybe not me, just through looking in your eyes. And so what are they going to be able to see with these facial recognition? They will be able to see everything about you, what you're even thinking, how you're acting, everything. You're pretty much giving them your life away and signing up, well, I don't know, yeah, for signing up for it, but the fact that it's in, like I said, shopping centres now, and they want to put it in pubs. It's also, I got an email from Uber. Uber said all their drivers must accept the facial recognition in their cars now, or whatever, wherever they want to put it on all their drivers now. If you don't, you can't drive Uber. So there's the one world order. Uber, which was one of the first cashless businesses to come into Australia, completely cashless and human operated, you could say, because it's very hard for human interaction in Uber. It's all done by computer, and if you want human interaction in that business, you've got to go to their hub, which is only 1 or 2, like in the entire Sydney. Like absolute pain in the ass to get things done that are a bit against, not against the system, but that don't follow the system's rules. So if you've got a unique situation, well, the system doesn't recognise it, because it's a computer program. If you don't fit the computer program, you don't get further on with the job or your application. It's that simple. That's what the old Uber brought in as well. So we've got facial recognition, cashless society. Everybody now in towns in Australia are getting flooded out. Where are they going to go? No one's going to buy their houses. They've just lost easily half their wealth or all of their wealth. No one's going to buy it in a flood zone now. So all that wealth's gone, and the government is already buying people out, paying them out who have been in these flood affected areas and have lost everything. But even then, where do they go? And so many people won't be able to afford that money they get. Still won't be enough to buy houses closer to the city. Hey, we're bringing a smart, resilient city, which they're bringing in. So a lot of people will be going to these smart cities now. What's so smart about them? Nothing. You know, the old Schwabby, you will own nothing and be completely controlled. And that's what's happening right now with the government flooding everyone out, destroying their wealth. They've lost their houses. They've got to move to the government smart city with what little cash they have. And again, it's the start of owning nothing and being completely controlled. That started, well, of course it started, we all know that, but look, I think that's going to be full on before 2030 also. Scary times. Unless, I don't know, do what you can to stop it. I only use cash now. I thought, I've got to put that credit card away where I can and just support cash businesses. And how many businesses now won't even accept cash? So you just leave your crap on the counter and go elsewhere, if you can. But anyway, that's my little rant about what I think's coming up. 7 years, man. 7 freaking years all this is going to happen. It's scary. I don't think the disasters are finished. They're still going to put more of this crap on us. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the view and the sounds of the birds. That's something positive about the video. Good energy, Annie. Down here, out here. Anyway, over. It's been good. Bye.